Hello friends, this is Russian Torts here, and today's video comes as a request from one of my subscribers who said that maybe as a 5,000 subscriber special I can show you guys all my pets. And even though that's going to be a pretty lame video because I don't have that many pets, I said, you know what, why not? So let's do this for 5,000 subscribers. And then this morning I looked on my YouTube channel and I'm like, well, I'm at 5,100 subscribers now, so I guess that's kind of a bit late, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So let's get started. Let's take a look at all of my pets. So I wanted to start with my newest addition. This right here is my axolotl Mudkip. He's recently been named Mudkip. It took me about a week, but I decided, you know what, Mudkip is a good name. And honestly, I think he's already grown quite a little bit since I got him about 2 weeks ago at this point. So it's pretty cool. I think at that point he was a lot smaller, but yeah, here he is. He's a leucistic, I think you pronounce it, axolotl. Either male or female, can't tell yet apparently. It takes about 8 months before you can tell, according to the internet and my friend who breeds axolotls. But yeah, this is the first pet I'm going to show you guys today. Right now he's housed in a large critter keeper. I'm going to back up a little bit. You guys can see the extent of his cage. So as you can see, fairly small. I think there's about, probably if I had to guess, 3 gallons of water in there at this point. He's got a sponge filter that's seeded with a lot of beneficial bacteria, and he's eating right now because I threw in some mysis shrimp a second ago. The sponge filter is seeded because I was using it before with guppies I had in the same aquarium. The guppies are obviously now gone, apart from one little baby guppy that's still swimming around in there. There was three baby guppies 2 weeks ago, but I think he's eaten 2 of them. So just one sole survivor right now. He's got a little hut in there as well. That's from way back when I had it in my 5-gallon beta aquarium. So that hut is old. It's like 4 years old. And then at the top we got some duckweed, as well as water wisteria. The wisteria is not doing too hot just because it's not getting a lot of light. But yeah, that's my new axolotl Mudkip. Let's move on to the next animal. Next animal on the list, or I guess multiple animals. I'll show you guys my shrimp. So over here on the left, we have my Emano shrimp. Just one Emano shrimp at this point. This aquarium used to house my Batis, which sadly would not eat any of the frozen thawed food I got it. I got some Daphnia for it and mysis shrimp. It would not touch those, so sadly it passed away. So right now this just houses my Emano shrimp. It's a Marina Easy Care aquarium, which is really cool. I really like the aquarium design. I mean, they're fairly small, as you can see by the size of the Emano shrimp in there, but they're really neat in the way that you can just add water and it takes the dirty water out of the bottom of the aquarium. It has plants in there. We have a small sword type plant. I don't really know exactly what it is, as well as a Java fern at the bottom right. This is also one of the only aquariums I actually use like a decoration in, so the little skull in there, I think it fits in there really nicely. And this is honestly one of my favorite aquariums. It's extremely low maintenance. I top it up with water about once a week, and the Emano shrimp just keeps the algae mostly off the plants. So as you can see, the sword is looking pretty good. There's not a lot of light that gets into this aquarium because it's at the top. Again, there's the duckweed, but that helps keep the algae off, and it's enough light for the plants in there. And as you can see, there's the Emano shrimp just happily eating away at some algae. Then in my in my vase over here, we have my red cherry shrimp. This vase has been set up for a while, and honestly it's a pretty cool little vase. I used to run the sponge filter you can see in the back there, as well as the heater. However, I found that the heater would get the water too warm at about 82, 83 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just a little bit too hot for the shrimp, and I think they're better off at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, which the water temperature is right now. So in here, I have 5 red cherry shrimp. Oh, there you can see one that jumped away. 5 of those little guys. Some gravel at the bottom that's just covered with algae. Lots of anarchis. As you can see, the anarchis is growing crazy. I need to trim that back again. And 1 anubias. I decided not to take out the sponge filter because if I were to take it out right now, I'd just uproot all the plants and it would create a huge mess. So I figured, you know what, I just leave it in there, give some surface area for bacteria and algae to build up, and maybe the shrimp can graze on that. And then over here is just my little mason jar aquarium, which I'm using to grow some moss at the top, as you can see, just some little moss in there, as well as an anubias. I have 2 little pond snails in there that are just helping keeping the algae at bay and creating a layer of poop at the bottom, as you can see. But yeah, not very exciting. I think I'm going to try to put another mano shrimp in there once it gets a little bit warmer, even though the mano shrimp in my easy care has been surviving no problem with the temperature it's at. I think I'm just going to wait till the summer to add a shrimp to that. So that's the green corner of my desk. Let's move on to the big 2 pets that I feel like people would rather see than the little shrimp and the axolotl, meaning my tortoise, my Russian tortoise Patilla, and my ball python Shinigami. So this is Shinigami's PVC 4-foot by 2-foot enclosure. Substrate is coconut fiber. She's got a hot side and a cool side in there with 2 extra large Exoterra hides, as well as some cork pieces to hide under and a large cat litter pen in the middle as a water bowl. I'm using 2 heat mats that are both controlled by a light dimmer to control the temperature in there. On the left side, where Shinigami is hiding right now, the heat is about 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. 95 is a little hot, it's just the light dimmers are not that accurate, so 90 to 95 is the best I can get it. And then on the right side, the hot is at 80 degrees Fahrenheit for the cold side. So let's take out Shinigami and see what she looks like. Alrighty, here's Shinigami, and I did not know this, but it looks like she's going into shed. As you can see, her colors are not very vibrant, they're kind of dull and grayish, and if you look at her stomach, it's pink. And that's a sure way to tell that your snake's going into shed. So I don't want to have her out too much to stress her out. But yeah, here's Shinigami. And for those of you that have been following my channel for a while, you know that she's not been eating for like the last 3 months. Well, she finally ate a rat about a week ago. So I figure that's probably why she's going to shed, because she's like, oh, I need to shed. I'm getting bigger now that I finally ate. Damn snake. So that's a pretty good sign. I'm happy that she ate the rat. It was only about 100 grams. It's smaller than usual, but whatever. And as you can tell, she looks like she's about to poop as well. So I'm going to put her back in her cage and we'll move on to Patilla. Alrighty, and on to Patilla, my Russian tortoise, the animal that got this whole YouTube channel started. Without Patilla, this channel would not exist, and I would definitely not be having as much fun in my life. So Patilla is in a 4-foot by 4-foot, 4 feet by 4 feet. I'm going to back up a little bit. Enclosure here, which I built myself out of plywood. I'm definitely not the building type, so the enclosure has a lot of flaws. For example, the edges, I just kind of screwed them together, where it would have been smarter to put 2x2 right in here to screw the in the corners. I didn't do that though, so the next enclosure is going to be a little bit better than this one. As a substrate, I'm using cypress mulch, which I got from just a Home Depot. I need some more right now. It's getting really shallow. As you can see, the ground plastic covering is poking through, but I just haven't gotten around to that yet. I have 3 spider plants in there. I feel like they just add to the enclosure. They look nice. They provide the tortoise somewhere to hide under. And then just 2 hides, one right there, one over there. Her water dish is empty right now because I'm a terrible owner. There's some rocks and some wood for her to climb over. Patilla has not been very active recently. There she is. So there she is. She's just hiding right now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Sleeping, enjoying her time off, I guess. She's been fairly active throughout this winter, which was pretty surprising, but good. She's gained a lot of weight, or at least maintained her weight. But she's not very active right now. She hasn't touched her food in a couple days. I just made her some new romaine lettuce today. But yeah, she's not very active right now. That is, of course, unless I wake her up, in which case she'll be mad at me and run throughout her whole cage chasing me. Before you say anything about me feeding her romaine lettuce and how lettuce has no nutritional value, la-da-da-da-da, usually Patilla gets either kale, collard greens, or dandelion. I just do romaine lettuce once in a while, so once a month essentially. I get a romaine lettuce for a week. Because A, it is cheaper, which is good for me, and B, on top of the lettuce, I usually put her mixed dried herbs. So really, it's not that bad as a diet in general. So that has been all my pets. I mean, obviously over the last few years I've had some others. So I had my box turtle Noelle, which I still really hate that I had to find her a new home because she was an amazing animal. But she was a lot of work, and I definitely do not have the space in my room right now for her. Similarly with the Cordillus tropidosternum, or the East African spiny-tailed lizards, those were really cool. They're the first lizards I ever had. They are really social animals. I had 3 of them. They were awesome, but I didn't have the space again. So sadly, they had to find a new home as well. Lost a lot of money in that, but you know what? It's not really about the money with having pets. It's about the social interaction. I don't really know. I don't know if you can have that with reptiles, to be honest. But here you go. 5,100 subscriber special, I guess. Those are all the pets I have right now, so if you're new to the channel, there you go. It'll give you a good outline of what all my animals are currently. That's this video. I don't have anything else to add. I mean, I still got a dog, but she's just sitting on the couch out there chilling, so I'm not gonna go disturb her. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for being awesome subscribers. Really appreciate it. It's been a really good group of subscribers so far from what I can tell. Just looking at other YouTube channels and seeing some of the subscribers being assholes to the person that's making the video. I really love that you guys are extremely supportive and have nothing but positive things to say, or constructive feedback, which I also take. I don't need you guys to just be like, oh, your videos are so great. If you have any suggestions to make them better, let me know, because I really do want to hear suggestions. I want to make these videos as enjoyable for you as they are for me. So thank you guys for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this video. If not, tell me. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I guess I will see you guys next time.